Hey Virgo, how you doing? Welcome to the Crow Tarot. We're going to be doing your first half of April. General reading here. We're going to start off with some animal energy like I like to do. And then we're going to get right into the tarot. Okay. All right. Let's see. What is the animal energy for Virgo for first half of April? Please and thank you. Oh boy. Okay, we got the Scorpion here. A little bit intense, but also, like, side note, I kind of love Scorpion energy. I do. And not just because I'm a Scorpio moon. No, you know, this is feeling very deeply. This could also be, you know, you might be feeling drained to the point where you kind of maybe, I don't want to say like lash out, but you might feel a little stingy towards others. But I really feel like this is coming from a place of like you're just exhausted, or a lot of people need a lot of different things for you. And the Scorpion is activated when we don't take adequate time for ourselves to get our own needs met. And then we're trying to help out others and fulfill our obligations with work, personal, family, whatever have you. But we got to make sure that we fill up our own cup, right? Ace of Cups, before we can offer it to anybody else. It just really feels like maybe you are in some real need of some you time, okay? And when I say that, the Scorpion, that kind of energy needs to be alone. So when I'm talking about take you time, it's great to go out with your friends, whatever have you, but I'm talking about alone, 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 alone. It's like you need a break from stimulus, almost, or stimuli rather. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's see what's going on for Virgo. You could also literally have Scorpios around you, by the way. I gotta, you know, speak on that. But let's see what's going on for Virgo for first half of April. Hi. 8 of Pentacles. Feeling a little overwhelmed. Yeah, I do feel like you guys have been working a lot. I do feel like I'm getting a feeling that this is more about like external work, like actually doing a job or jobs, or looking for a job even, whatever have you. It did come out in the reverse, which is also why I say like, because sometimes this can be inner work, or it can be actual external work, or a blending of the two. But the fact that it came up in reverse here, remember, 8 is the number of abundance. I feel like you guys may be missing out on, because you are so overworked. I keep hearing it. Overstimulated, right? You might be failing to see like all that you've actually accomplished, because you really just need some time to reboot. For real. You might need some time to reboot. I feel like you guys are doing a lot better than it might feel at certain moments in time. You know, and if you don't really take that time to yourself to really do you, you might end up stinging somebody that you don't mean to. You know? What else is going on for Virgo for first half of April, please and thank you. Yeah, that pretty much. Okay, so you got the 4 of Cups here. Right, remember when I just said that you might be missing or not actually acknowledging the good work that you have done and all that you do have? There's this like feeling of I wish I had more time, or I wish I wasn't needed so much, or I wish that I could just run far, far away to a tropical island and order a pina colada. It's a pina colada. You know what I mean? But it is this place of like, I just feel like you guys need a good long nap and a true vacation. But the universe is saying, like, listen, everything's going to balance out, but you're going to have a better time getting to the balance if you just appreciate, you know, it's the small victories too. I'm hearing, don't forget to acknowledge for and within yourself the small victories. And I just have to say this may just be for one of 2 of you, but sometimes, real talk, a small victory is sometimes just getting out of bed and going about your day at all. I know that's kind of like a womp womp, but I just heard that, okay? Let's get another one for Virgo. Okay, so we got the 8 of Cups here. This makes sense. You know, the Scorpion is, you know, affiliated with water and fire, but water, right? The Scorpios are water signs, and then you've got 2, you know, you could have water signs around you, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, for sure. But let's keep it about you. So 8 of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve us emotionally, or walking away from emotional situations that we've outgrown. So there really might be people and or situations around you in a work context, in a personal context, where it's just not quite vibing with you anymore and some alterations may need to be made, right? I'm not seeing here that you're going to cut anything out necessarily, but there might, you know, I think you're going to gain a new and balanced perspective if you just take some time to yourself. For real. Sometimes that can be the best tonic there is. And that's not being by yourself and answering the phone every 5 minutes and doing this over here, but it's really taking time to just be with yourself. Let's get a clarifier for this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, please, and thank you. Some of you might be missing some joy or purpose in the current work that you're doing as well. Ooh. Remember how I said that you could have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces around you? This is the Cancer card. This is fast-moving energy. We've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You are very much getting some wisdom here to slow it down a little bit in terms of spend, you know, I feel like you guys are spending a lot of time working. You're putting a lot of effort in. And this is just coming in here to say, please give as much effort to your pleasure time, right, in your recreational time as you have been the work. It really feels like you've just been working. Or thinking about working. You could also be lamenting a bit at the pace with which things have or have not manifested for you in a dream context, work context, personal context, whatever have you. It's almost as if, oh, this isn't going as quickly or as well as I would have hoped. Can I get it together? Can I just wake up and like have what I need and want? But in order to get there, you've got to achieve balance in the time before you get what you want. That's what this is saying. You can't really attract what is truly in your highest and best good from a place of imbalance. Let's talk about this. We got the Magician to clarify the Four of Cups. The Magician, and I just want to bring this up, like the infinity symbol here too, the number 8 feels really important here. You got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Then you got the Eight of Cups. 8 is a number of abundance, so it's in your energy. Can you have a good time getting to where you're going is the question. The Magician understands. The Magician has everything within and around him to manifest the reality that he most prefers and desires. This is feeling a little like things are happening to you and you don't have much control over them with the Four of Cups here. And the Magician is like, absolutely not. I chose to be here. I chose to go through these life lessons and I can, you know, manifest what I want. But there is this feeling of like maybe you're feeling a little put upon, or that life is happening at you or to you, as opposed to you being a co-creator of your own reality, right? As Abraham Hicks would say. You're being called to be a co-creator of your own reality right now in a big way, okay? Eight of Cups. Clarify for the Eight of Cups here. Clarifier for the Eight of Cups. Oh, I'm so happy that this came up. Also, I have to mention here, you have 3 major arcanas on the board. So you just got the Star. You could have Aquarians around you as well, because this is the card of the Aquarian. But this is also wishing on a star and having it come true. Ogre, this is also faith in divine and eternal love. They're pointing something out. So this is card number 17, and then if you add those 2 numbers together, they equal 8. It's just very much, I think that also the 8th month, which is August, you might really be close to where you want to go and where you're going in August, because look at all the 8s here. Like, it's a little crazy, all the 8s happening here. Yeah. So, you know, and this is clarifying the Eight of Cups. I feel like you may not know exactly where you're going. You just know that what isn't working. You're like, well, I have to stay with what's not working. It feels like a job or a dream job or even people. But it feels like, well, how can I even leave what's not working before I have a solid offer as to where I'm going or something like that? This is just saying to walk in faith at all times. Your wishes are seriously, the angels, your guides, your people, I can literally feel them. They're working on this. They're working this out for you. They're working this out for you, okay? And I feel like you're being called right now to discern what is and isn't in your best and highest path. And you know, you're being called to really investigate and closely inspect the people, thought patterns, in situations that are really not working for you. Just because they've always been around or that's what you've always done doesn't mean it's working anymore. Get very clear, because as you get clear on what isn't working, what is working is going to become even more clear. Four of Cups, and you're going to be able to use that and work with that and use it as a jumping off point. And this can manifest as like, well, you know what is working? I am super creative. I am really, really, really like very much a creator. Right? So focus on that. And it's like, oh, well, there's a hint in that. Well, if I'm a really good creator, then what job would I be really good at? Like, what's my dream job around that? What can I create? Right? And this is something you can do in your hobby time that then informs what you could do in a professional sphere. But there's a need for clarity here and spending more time doing what you love to do. You have three major arcanas here clarifying all of your cards. Chariot, fast-moving, balanced energy. The Magician, as above, so below. Understanding that you have complete, authority over the way that your life goes. And the Star, clicking with divine faith and having that divine faith that your wishes are being fulfilled and that the universe has your back at all times, even when there seems to be a lack of evidence that that is the case. Okay. Let's get some angelic guidance from our Virgos here. Angelic guidance for my Virgos. Okay. What's the message from my Virgo? Yeah, this is, spot on. Okay. Counselor, Archangel Azrael, you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Now, I think this is true literally. And I have to say that because two of my best friends in the world are Virgos and they are very much a counselor for me. Okay, so I think we can take this literally, but I'm going to take it a step further because we did get the Star card here in particular. You see how homegirl right here has this kind of like translucent kind of guide energy, guide, angelic, whatever have you energy. I feel like this is saying really turn to them for their counsel at this time. Ask for signs and symbols that you're headed in the right direction and then let them manifest for you, right? Decide on a symbol with your guides in meditation and say, okay, what's a symbol that you can show me to affirm that I'm headed in the right direction around changes that need to be made? Right? And they show you, for example, like, I don't know, a crow, right? Say, okay, a crow, please show me 3 crows in 3 days, and then let it happen. They could be literal crows. You could be passing someone on the street and they say, oh, she was crowing with delight. A movie is on the TV and they're talking about a scarecrow. It can come in really funny and fun ways like that, right? But I really feel like this is a time of like, get the counseling that you need, because I do feel like you are a counselor to others, quite literally. And this is about taking the time to glean counsel for yourself too, because the Scorpion, again, I cannot emphasize this enough. There's 8 letters in the word Scorpion. This 8th thing is major. I think August is going to be a very wonderful time for you. Okay. But again, just a little medicine here. Scorpions, when they do not take time to be alone and by themselves, if you're in a place, okay, I feel like this is twofold. I feel like some of you were like, I don't have time to be alone right now because I have all of these obligations and things like that, okay? And then I feel like the other, for some of you, it's also a resistance to being alone right now. You might be wanting to go out a lot or being around a lot of other people, but I'm hearing that there is gold to be mined in spending time alone in the quiet. Now, you can Netflix. That's cool, but really make some time to be quiet. And if there's a part of you that is resisting that, then there's something here that you're afraid to look at and heal. And the Scorpion will not be denied. What you don't deal with will deal with you, and probably at a really inconvenient time. Which means you could sting someone that doesn't deserve to be stung, that you feel really bad about stinging later. You need a detox in some form. Let's get another oracle for you guys. But I also feel like because of all the major arcanas that are here, major arcanas indicate influences that are destined, right? These minors, if you see minor arcana influences that you don't really like, you can change them, like the Magician, right? Whereas as the majors, these are things that are destined, right? And the 3 majors that you got are all inherently positive. There's no Tower here. You got the Chariot, the Magician, and the Star. Sign me up. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's get a last oracle from my Virgos here. Last oracle from my Virgos. See if they want to give us another one. Yep, perfect. Any more? No. Okay. This is what I'm obsessed with. DNA, karma. You do have karmic ties to people that you have finished the karmic debt with, and it's time to release. I've been kind of feeling that, actually. Sometimes our contracts, our soul contracts, we tie out, we finish out our karma with someone, and we can kind of feel it, but we can't name it. Suddenly, we're just not connecting with them anymore. We don't feel aligned, or we spend time with them, and then we feel super freaking drained. This could be the people, or the person, or the situation that I'm talking about with this Scorpion. Okay? The snake here also talks about, this will also be about family karma, right, with the DNA. I cannot. They keep pointing this out to me. I'm usually not like so about numbers. Karma has 5 letters and DNA has 3. 5 plus 3 equals 8. They keep really bringing this home, though, with the number 8. I do feel like this could be family related in some context, but I also feel like this could be friends. It's just really about soul grouping. The snake is also about transformation. Scorpio represents something similar in a different way. The snake is about transformation, like shedding one's skin to get to a new phase, right? Emotional healing. Scorpion, and Scorpios are all about really diving into those deep emotional depths and doing the kind of healing that begins on the inside and then reflects on the outside. Whereas the snake changes from the outside, which will reflect on the inside. Does that make sense? But you're really being called to just, I'm really seeing here that the time that you take for yourself right now is going to be really important. Now, we also got stone people, vigilance, which I love. Please remain vigilant during this time. I want to point out the water here too, right? But please remain vigilant during this time in terms of like, know when to say no. Sometimes you don't have to answer the phone. Anything that you feel obligated towards, you're really being called to inspect that and really mine it deeply. Where's that sense of obligation coming from? Is it an old karmic contract that you've already fulfilled and now you can release? If you're hesitant to release anything, why is that? Is it a fear of loss, of not having something that you need or want? Right? Be vigilant with yourself and your own thought patterns, because the fact that the magician was, where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Clarifying the 4 of Cups. You may be in a more lack mentality than you even consciously realize, and you're going to manifest what you put your energy and thoughts towards. So if you want to manifest more lack, as the magician, you're in a manifesting energy right now. It's up to you what you manifest. But this is a time in your life, a destined event, where you're meant to manifest what you think about. And what you think about, you bring about. So if you're coming from this lack mentality, you're only going to manifest more lack. But if you see the gifts and even the losses, right? If you can determine the gift and the loss, then you're going to manifest what you want, okay? Yeah. I think you also just really, again, might have to practice some, a lot of, this feels like it's with other people, but this really feels like this is about yourself. Really be careful about the thoughts that are going through your mind. And if you feel out of whack, you're like, oh, this isn't normally like me, it's because the Scorpion is calling on you to take some time alone and heal some stuff. Okay? This supermoon that we had was intense. It could have brought up things to be healed, okay? Really take the time for you right now. You'll be very glad that you did. Okay? All right, my lovely Virgos, this was your first half of April general reading. I so hope that this was of help to you and resonated with you. If it was and it did, please let me know in the comments below. I would just love that. Also, I am available for personal readings. All that information is in the About Me section. And with that being said, Virgos, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching this. I really appreciate it. And thank you for being you, Virgo. And be well. Until next time.